Oh, hello everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to the Suarez live stream. Can you really believe it? It's been a fortnight since we last did this. I can scarcely believe it either. We're having massive technical issues with internet. We've got a brand new internet service provider, and for the last 2 days we've been trying to get everything to work. You would imagine it would be nice and simple. Sadly, that's not the case. And we are, how can I put this, quite stressed. If the connection goes this evening, let me just say, from a housekeeping point of view, 1,000 apologies. Sit tight, it will restore itself. We think we've got a stable wired connection. It's the wireless connection that's unstable at the moment. That's to do with all the nodes distributing all the signal within the building. And then we've got massive issues with the PC sending feedback through the audio system. So we're both running around like you know what. And we've got a camera that doesn't want to move. Well, I'll move it then. There you go. And it's all been sent to try us, but we are here, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully I can keep an eye on TV and on all your lovely comments. Standard rules apply. We'll be going through all of those and saying hello to everybody as the evening progresses. What I can tell you is we have got the most amazing painting for you this evening. Oh my goodness me. Check out what is... I'm going to switch Roam Cam on, mate. That's how behind the times we are. Right, let's switch on my Roam Cam. I've got the... Have you got your receiver on? Because if not, I'll go and do it. It's on. Right, let's switch Roam Cam on, mate, and then you'll be able to get Roam Cam in a minute. Let's go PTZ. So you can see on the camera now just how big this is. This canvas is effing enormous. It's a big one. It's 5.4 meters long, 540 centimeters long. I have no idea what that is in imperial, but I'm just going to do it. But it's a lot. Look at the size of that. And today, I am going to paint this from start to finish in one session. And it is the largest by area single canvas that I've ever done on a live stream. 17.7 feet long. Show me any other artist on the planet who would dare to do this live on the internet uninterrupted. Have we got Roam Cam? Excellent. Right, so it is a little bit blue. We've got all sorts of problems. We can't connect the lights to the internet. We can. Okay. Oh, it is all working, buddy. Yeah. So let's get AD on the line. Let's say a big Suarez welcome to him as well, because he's just as stressed out as I am.
Hi everybody. Oh my goodness. What a day trying to get this lot sorted.
It's
Absolutely.
ridiculous.
And here's the stupid thing. Use Wi-Fi nodes everywhere, and basically laptops, TVs, even the lights are connected to Wi-Fi. And when that doesn't work, nothing works.
Nothing.
And I get this, basically.
Nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Yeah, and that's what we've been trying to fight with. At one point we were going to pull out an Ethernet, but we've done that. Show that in the very corner there, buddy. That's our backup. That the white cable there running round to connect behind the PC, because it's the only way of Ed getting a reliable connection so that you can actually read your comments. Oh dear. Yeah, so all good fun.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But while we're on Roam Cam, let's introduce you. Yeah, as you're all saying, it's a big one. Yeah, 540 centimeters. So there's a lot at stake tonight, folks. This is real. This is a client commission. We've picked up a new client, which we've been working with now for the last 4 or 5 days. We've agreed what we're going to do for them. It's going to go in his swimming pool complex, and we've figured out what we're going to do and how big it's going to be. It's actually going to be split down the center, and we'll have two 2.5 meter pieces, probably by about 160, and they're going to join together and go at the end of his pool in the pool house. It's going to look absolutely unbelievable. And we've got 14 colors we're going to be working with this evening, so that's what I'm going to start with. But I'm going to do the entire lot in one hit, so you better knuckle down, get your pretzels and a couple of cans of beer ready, or whatever you want to drink, and sit down, because I think we're in this for the long run. Let's see how many of you are still here at the end. I hope I am. It's obviously... You never know, I might disappear halfway through. I'm not. It's a joke, all right? Easy. So, technical issues notwithstanding, For those of you watching on catch up when this has actually been done, it was awesome. So you better watch till the end. Right, let's go back on Rome. I'm going to set the time lapse up. We are pretty much ready to paint. In amongst all of the shenanigans, I have managed to set up the paints are ready to go. The time lapse is ready to go. So let's just get that set up, folks. And then we're ready to go. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's go into airplane mode so that doesn't stop me recording. We're almost ready to go. There's my time lapse. Yeah, that is a big one. What do you reckon to that then, folks? The largest single spanner canvas we've done on a live. And we're about to paint that for your viewing pleasure. There we go. Time lapse is running. Let me know if everything sounds okay and looks okay.
So I can't even get it on the overhead, all of it in, because it's just enormous. So yes, I should be doing little bits of it on the overhead and the rest of it on corner cam and the other camera.
Everybody look out for Rob Welfare. Rob is from the Avenue Group, who, as some of you now know, is supplying paint. I hope he's going to join us tonight. We'll give him a big Suarez welcome if he's here. He's pulled out all the stops. I did an order at about 11 o'clock on Monday. They got it made at the factory specially for us and out and delivered yesterday. Mind-blowing service. So we've got a supply chain partner that really does give a damn about what we're doing. And for the first time, folks, of the new supplier, we've actually got the Suarez Blue, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so we're going Suarez Blue. So what I'm going to do, it'll reveal itself as I do. Rob's here. Let's all give Rob a great big Suarez welcome, because him and his team have just done amazingly well. They sourced, found a recipe for the Suarez Blue and have got it made. And Rob, it looks fantastic, mate. So thank you so much for all that you've done. Genuinely, on hand on heart, I could eulogize about how great your company is and how great you are for forever and a day.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But you really played a blinder. The reason we can do this now is because of you, because we need Suarez Blue and we need white, which is what Rob has given us. And it's part of this giant commission, and it's worth a lot of money, this. So I want to get on with it. I want to get it to the client as quickly as possible and see how absolutely unbelievable his pool room is going to be with the indoor swimming pool. He spent a lot of money on it, a successful man. Why not spend it on the things you want to build around you? And this is the bit that pulls it all together. Going to be unbelievable. We can't do it without you, Rob, so thank you very much. Right, are we all ready to start painting, mate? Shall we just do it?
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
So, as most of you know by now, I'm not phased by anything. I just get stuck in, so that's what we're going to do. We're going first in with the Suarez Blue. I'm going in with Boston Metallic Blue, which is a Fiat colour, the Fiat Motor Company. Right, okay, let's get some of that on as well. I may talk or I may not talk as things go on, but it is what it is. I also need to concentrate. There's a lot of expensive materials going on this tonight. There's a lot of paint going on. It's going to take a while, even by my standards. So enjoy, relax, ask me some questions. We'll take it as it comes, but I'm going to try and get myself into the zone. We're live, we're unedited, we're unscripted, we're impromptu. It's as raw as it gets, folks. If you want to share this out to somebody you think might enjoy this broadcast, let's have a nice big thumbs up, because it does tell the algorithms you're enjoying it. That's not the thumbs on your emojis or on your keyboard. It's the actual thumbs underneath the little bar that's playing in red. We'd really love you to really smash that now. If you don't know how to do it, this little video, it will remind you.
Now, if you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. And remember to hit that subscribe button. And click on your bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos.
Great, fantastic. Thanks, folks. We need more it's difficult to gauge quantities with this, how much I'm going to need. I'm definitely going to need another order, Rob, at this rate. One of the challenges I've also got this evening is my pump sprayer, which dispenses the thinners, doesn't work, and the backup doesn't work. So I've hastily had to empty a garden sprayer in the hope that that lasts long enough with the corrosive thinners inside it that it doesn't mess things up. If it does, I'm in big trouble. Well, you roll with the dice. You've got to take your chances.
Well, there's a question we need to ask Rob, isn't it? Hey, Rob, do you do the degreaser sprayers that the car mechanics use? Do you do any of those?
Give Rob a chance to answer that. No, this is 3 shades of blue on at the moment because it's going in a pool, swimming pool complex. We want to give that feeling of aqua and movement of sea and water. So very heavy on the blues. We're going to go in with the lime green next. I can hear Lynn Sutherland going, "Oh, yippee!" Is that right, Lynn? I know you're here. Lynn, with just while I think about it, just change my gloves. Lynn, your print should go out, be collected on Friday. Lynn bought a print, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, and because I was off last week, a half-term week, in dreary Bournemouth. Holiday was great, but the weather was quite appalling apart from one day. Hold on a second. So yeah, it's all done. We're just waiting for the paint to go off around the sides, Lynn. So I just wanted to let you know. I know Jim Tonseth is here. His kids bought him a. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go, Lynn. Do not drop it. There you go. Signed on the back for you. Yeah. So that'll be winging its way to you. You can't see on the front, but my signature's on the front. Oh, look, he's good, isn't he? Oh, yes. There you go. All signed. And signed on the back. So you'll be able to pull the front cover off and reveal it for the very first time. So that's all done. But we've coloured the sides for you. I've hand painted that in enamel paint. So you've actually got some real Suarez paint on it as well. So I'm just looking at the questions. Yeah. So yeah, we've got Jim Tonseth watching. Hello, Jim. Jim's also, his kids have bought a print as well for him, and he's had that delivered. So thank you, Jim. Jim's really enjoying his print as well. Shameless plug for the prints, because the prints are flipping awesome. Of course they are. So why wouldn't we show you? So don't panic, Lynn. It's on its way. Rob just asking what the question was because he only caught the end of it. Do you want to repeat that for Rob, buddy? Because he just missed it.
We use the automotive pump sprays, the ones that can have
like for brake cleaner,
yeah,
and
brake
stuff.
cleaner, degreaser type thing into it, because obviously I think they use a ceramic plunger or something like that. Of course, they last a lot longer. The one that Ed's got, I've said to him, be warned, that'll probably last about 35 seconds and it'll be dead. So just wondered if you did the ones that you put that the sort of degreaser brake cleaner into. I say automotive, I think they are.
Now I am going to be manoeuvring this around as the thinners goes on. Thinners is going to play quite an important part in this. This is trying to gauge kind of quantities. So I know what I need to do. One of the questions on the Q&A was, do you plan stuff beforehand? Yes. And I've been through a previous video on making one of these. In fact, we made one for the New York commission 7 or 8 months ago. So I've been back through that because that's what this is going to be based around. In actual fact, our client has come off the back of that because he's friends with the gentleman that actually owns that global business. All very, very successful people. So because of that, he said, right, I've seen what you do, seen it in New York. I've got a place over here and I need something for the ballroom. So I've done plenty of Photoshop renders, given him and his family something to think about. And we've agreed what should be done and what's going to look great. And that's brought us to where we are at now. So that's the story behind it. And I've been through the video from the live stream where I created the one for the New York project. I'm just going to go, yeah, like that. We're going to go gently over the top with a little duck egg blue there. Bright colour that. The brand new tins, part of the order I had back in November, Rob. Only just really kind of breaking some of these colours out. We haven't really been an opportunity to use them up until now, but now we are. Thanks, Rob. Oh, Rob's going to be able to help us with the pump sprayers. Thank you, buddy. You're a superstar. I think we're going to have to do something nice for him, mate, aren't we? We're going to have to... he's going to have a piece of Suarez art in his house before long, isn't he, for helping us?
I think he
I
is.
think we're going to have to help you out, Rob, with you're going to have to get yourself over here. We'll take you out for lunch. I think you're going to be choosing something for your house at this rate. Because,
Find out what your favourite colour is.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your favourite colour, Rob?
Oh, I'll tell you what. We could paint him something, couldn't we? What do you reckon to that? That would be a good stream, wouldn't it?
We could. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Rob. I'm sure you...
commission.
Yeah, commission, like... Find yourself a little space in the house that you can hang something, and we'll paint it for you. How's that? That'd be awesome. Or you could come here and do it with me. There you go, even better. So think about that, buddy. All right. An eye for an eye. You're helping us beyond and in ways that we can't really thank you for, except doing what we do best, which is this. So think about that, and we're being perfectly genuine about that. Okay, all right, so let's start to introduce little spots of other colours. We've got the main kind of aqua-y kind of colours going in. Hello, everybody. Hello, children. I hope sitting comfortably. Let us begin. First, with the dinosaurs. Sorry, wrong broadcast. Would anyone like any purple? Mate, dude, would you like some purple?
I think I'd like some purple. I think Henry DeHaan would like some purple.
I think Henry would like
But
some
I
purple.
think Henry needs to tell us that he'd like some purple.
Henry, do you need some purple in your life?
And what shade of purple?
What
Henry
shade?
would like.
Yes, come on.
Come on, everybody. What shade of purple would Henry like? I think it begins with a P.
Is it somewhere in the South American continent?
Could be. Could be.
Oh dear. Lots of you joining now, which is fantastic. We will do some shout outs as time goes on, but I need to get some spray. I need to get the early colours on before we start messing about. You know what I'm saying, kids? Don't try this at home. Oh, it's spraying, mate. Lady found me a garden sprayer. We've got all kinds of stuff here. Let's just keep it liquid. Okay. That's not too bad actually, mate. I can see it going on. We're all right. We're all right, buddy. So far, yeah. Right, we're going to get some small skadooshes of purple on. Yeah, Rob, you're always welcome, mate. Just drop us a line or give me a bell, and we'll get you down here. You can tell whoever it is you've got important work to do. We'll vouch for you, and then we're going to have a jolly somewhere and going to have a nice bite to eat. But importantly, we'll get you here and show you what really goes on at the cold face. I think I'm sure you'd really enjoy that. Right, we're kind of Pollock-esque things with the application here. This is good actually. It's been a little while now since I've done this because we had the Q&A, didn't we? And then I've been off, and you know, so time ticks away. Maybe 3 weeks since I've actually done any painting, which is not because I'm lazy. It's just opportunity hasn't presented itself. So we're back in the swing, forgetting all the stresses of the day now and switching internet service providers, etc., and all that malarkey. Let's just get in with doing what we do best. David Southern, hi David, is this in the style of Pollock? No, because it's going to get doused in thinners shortly, which will render it completely nothing like Pollock. So the orange is just going to be little features, and I'm going to do little drops here and there, just to add a little bit of sunshine and just some nice contrasts. No black here, there will be white. No black, folks. We're going to start maneuvering stuff out towards the edges as time goes on, but for now we're okay. We'll get some yellow in, I think, next. Yellow. A little drop of magenta. Let's get all these really nice colours on. Oh, we've got some dark green. When do I ever use dark green? Let me tell you, that's never. Except tonight we are. Actually, I'm lying. I'm going pink next. Right, the edge is that yellow? It's not yellow. Lady telling me the stream health is good, which is a miracle considering we didn't even have any internet yesterday. want to get the router online. Testing my skills with IP addresses and all this kind of stuff. Honestly, things we do, eh? Things we do. Yeah, we'll do in a minute now. I just want to get the colours on. Eddie's just reminding me, can't ignore everybody. We will do some shout outs shortly. Piaggio's gone on, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Need a little drop of yellow. Now, the one I'm basing this on is a canary yellow. However, I don't have any of that, so I'm going to improvise. And we're going in with a sunsetty, kind of lightish melon. What's that? 1003 RAL for the nerds amongst you. For the paint nerds. Yeah, I'd be a bit more buttermilk then. It's fine. It'll be alright, mate. Right, look at that. That's lovely, that. Little drop of sun. I forgot to ask whether the client's got a south-facing window or not, where the sun comes in and out, but I'm sure that's largely academic. Yeah, just going to what David said about, is this a Pollock? No, or even though the application is Pollock-esque. However, it will retain a little bit of that as the thinness goes on. But this would make quite a cool kind of Pollock-esque thing if I was, you know, going to actually do that and just carry on this technique maybe over 3 or 4 weeks. Imagine, you know, building up all these colours, and that would look pretty awesome. So good observation, David. But and I will at some point, but not today. Right, dark green. Ugh, disgusting. But essential. Get some of that on. You know, we were looking in the original one way back 9 months ago for the New York Commission, and yeah, just had dark green in it. Bizarre, isn't it? When does they ever put dark green in a thing? Now, next one before we do the shout outs is going to be the white, but white's going to go in some loops because I want to create a little bit of you know, kind of movement from left to right. So whilst these look fairly randomized, which I suppose they are, lovely and free-flowing, enjoying this so far. There you go, finished. Can I go home now? Next is going to be the white. So that's the one I need to be reasonably careful with. So just before I change gloves and do shout-outs, thank you for your patience, everybody. Let's get, so we're going with gloss rather than semi-gloss. Rob sent me some white. This is the gloss white. So it's going to retain shine. Also means that when the thinners hits it, tends to flow really well, and I want it to spread out. The semi-gloss isn't going to spread out too much. It's a little bit thicker in its consistency. So I think I'm going to go. There's the all-camera shot as I try and move around. I'm going to be fairly lyrical with this and moving. That's nice.
Hi, Revelator. Yo, you lovely Suarez boys. Ever played with those expensive aluminium wood hybrid stretcher bars? I think we have, haven't we, buddy? Maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I don't like them.
And they, if I remember rightly, they were very expensive.
Oh yeah, 5 times the price of our standard stretcher bars, at least.
Yeah, for no real benefit, was it?
No, I can't see a benefit. But then we buy very, very top quality, kiln dried, sustainable forested pine stretcher bars, which we've used now for 12-13 years, and they're absolutely fantastic. And don't really want to change that because they don't warp, they don't move, they float brilliantly. What I mean by that is there's plenty of adjustment when we've actually stretched around the frame. So reluctant to change, but yeah, I have used those before, but not a fan, gotta be honest. Not a fan, don't see the point.
Yeah, we've tried several different types. We've tried thinner type bars with a sort of deeper rebate to them. We've tried the aluminium style ones. We've tried all sorts, and we've always gone back to the ones that we use. They are tried and tested. They are very, very hard wearing, and they're just brilliant. So, you know, you got to stick with what you like and what works, and that's what we've done.
Yeah, couldn't have put it better myself. Right, I'll change that one. Okay, colour's looking nice. Now, interestingly there, look, you can see the roll of of the different ways of applying. So we've gone full Pollock on some of the accent colours, but the important ones, and I'm going to add some more blue on in a minute because there isn't enough, have either gone on with the pint tumblers or been poured from the can. What's interesting is there is a single different one, and that's the orange. The orange has just got these small break points. They've gone in clumps as opposed to being spread out, because I want to localize little areas and little pockets of these colors, little elements of sunshine coming in. Like everything, you know, I might make it look like I haven't got a damn clue, but trust me, it's all very well thought out. So I've been thinking about this. We only had the go ahead yesterday from the client, so I wanted to be very careful on getting it planned in my head, but I was determined to start it today. I don't want to mess around with the client. I just want to get it done and ready for him. Right, okay. Let's do some shout outs, and then I'm going to have a break. I can get to the top. Christine Polloy, bonsoir. Comment ça va? We en vacances? No, I'm not now. I'm not on holiday. Welcome, Christine. John B. Martinez, second through the door. Hello, guys and dolls. Lynn, hello. You're early birds tonight. Yes, you are. Funny Fox. Hi, Ed and Swazians. Right, Henry, sweet evening, Swazians. Warm greetings to you, Henry. Geraldine from sunny Florida. Cookie Monster says hi. Annette, I hope the Netherlands is good for you tonight. Sue Evans. Hello, Sue. Good to see you too. David from Garland in Texas. And now let's all go down the list. Who else has joined us? Of course, we know Rob is here, our wonderful paint supplier. Eleanor Honeywell, good day to you. Jim, we mentioned earlier, Jim has had a print for his 70th birthday because his kids are fantastic. And I'm very, very glad you're happy with it. All he can say is, wow, the prints are pretty amazing. While I tell you, while I'm reading out some of your comments, how about, buddy, we bring up the print screen section on the site and give everybody a look as to how wonderful the prints are. I'm going to give you another shameless plug because they're amazing and you should treat yourself. Now, luckily, as we go down the list, and you can see those on the screen, we'll say a big hello to Helen. Helen Mandrelon over in France. I presume you're still in France, Helen. Has got a couple of my originals, so she knows exactly what the originals look like, which are pretty amazing. But guys, if you can't find the room or the budget to doing that, don't worry, because you can still get a wonderful acrylic print, all strictly limited numbers, and they're gone, they're gone. 25 to choose from. And they're printed on 5mm acrylic sheet. If you were watching earlier, you've seen we've actually got Lynn Sutherland's, oh, who's that handsome fella? Lynn Sutherland's done and ready to go out. Go on, just treat yourselves. Life is way too short to worry about it. A couple £100 delivered to your door, flat rate shipping. I reckon you should do it. And they are personally signed on the back, yes, by my good and fair hand. Hello, Paula Board Fruit Donkey is here, as is Linda and Morton. Good day to you, good folks. Ernestina, hola from España. Hola to you too. Let's go down the list. Who else have we got? Nelson. Hola, amigos de Nadia Braco. Hello, Nelson. That's as good as my my Spanish or Portuguese gets. It's me, Jade. Good morning to you, Jade, from Australia. I haven't seen Zane yet, have we? Oh dear, Zane's going to be at the back of the class. Caro, hello to everybody. Hello to you too. I think we're getting towards the end. Dana Emerson, loving it. Now, Dana, I'll tell you now, Dana's also bought a print, haven't you, Dana? Because you've been a busy person as well. Dana, it's on the water. It's on its way to you. Hopefully you've got all the tracking and shipping updates. But Dana's also bought a print as well, one called Thunderstruck. Yes, just like the AC/DC song, full of colour, joy and awesomeness. And that's winging its way over to now you. Yes, you're LA, you're California, aren't you? John Morano, looking good. Thank you. Hello, John. Good to see you too. Multi-Revelator, bonjour. Have we said hello to Alan Mays? Knowing when to finish. I know. It's always a problem, isn't it? Jill Udart, hello from New York. Bonjour to you. Devand has made it, and Dan Wood has also made it as well. Fassi, have I said this right? Fassi Siddiqui. Wonderful. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I had to give Ed a jawbreaker. I'm not sure I know what that means. Anyway, have we caught up with everything, buddy, while I take in some water?
So yeah, Henry was saying his latest title is Patagonian Serpent in the Lake with Orange Golf Balls.
That's really good,
So
actually.
I'll give that the dramatic bit. Title: Patagonian Serpent in the Lake with Orange Golf Balls. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Is that coming to a cinema near you?
Coming to a cinema near you. Ed Paints. Part 2.
Oh, I love it. Haven't heard from Netflix yet. Carl Miles Art, hello Carl. You're joining the hilarity and the enormous 5.4 meter canvas. I'm not kidding. I'm absolutely going for it, as you can see. Lots more Suarez blue going in. Because I need to start maneuvering this very shortly. We've got a theme going on of sea and water. For those of you just joining us, this is a real client commission. If it all goes right, it's going to go in his pool room. We've been working with them for the last 4 or 5 days, working out what's the best thing to do. Going through all of that, doing lots of Photoshop renders. The actual commission process, albeit a very easy one for the client, puts a lot of pressure on us. Skills in all kinds of different areas. It's one we've perfected over the years, and we're pretty darn good at it now. And that's what people like. They like it when there are no hurdles and obstacles in their path, because we just make things nice and easy. Thank you, Paulie. Yeah, nice to see the Suarez blue back in play. Back in play, not black in play. Dana says yes, thank you. Excellent, Dana. Good, good, good. We're all working well. Okay, the Serpent Strikes Back. Love it. You've all got some very imaginative titles. So I need then to, we're going to sort of gently caress the outsides with some Boston Metallic. Getting some quite wide swoops in here. You can see that coming off the end of the tool that I'm using, which is the end of a paintbrush, a sort of torpedo brush. It's quite a surprising way to cook quite a volume of paint, actually. Now we've got the white on. There we go. Things moving pretty well so far. Now remember, I can always add to it, can't take away. This is good, look. We need to get some gravity. There's no black in this. I don't want any black in it. That's nice. That's a good volume of paint on there. Looking pretty happy with that. Both Adi and I have been watching the video we did for the New York Commission back, watching that this afternoon with our intermittent internet. And got a really good idea about how I did it, what I was doing with it, how the application methods were panning out. And I think, buddy, let's just do a double check. Right, so you're all with me here. Let's get a shot of the whole thing here, mate. Right. Let's do a double check. Right, so here we go. Let's get you on the line, mate.
I'm here.
Lime. Can we all see lime?
I can see lime.
Suarez blue. Yeah?
Yes. Oh,
Right.
Suarez blue. Hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on the bits. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'm not that quick. Crikey. Right,
come on.
there we go. I'm using remote control for crying out loud. Right, Suarez blue. Yes, check.
Lighter blue.
Lighter blue. Check.
Piaggio green.
Piaggio. Check.
Pink.
Pink. Pink. Magenta? Or
Magenta.
pink? Magenta. Hang on. Focus. Check.
Yeah. Orange.
Orange. Check. And check.
Yeah.
And check.
Right.
Yep.
Duck egg blue, which is this light colour. I don't know what it
Oh,
looks
yes.
like on the screen, but it's that.
Similar to Piaggio, but duck egg, lighter. Yes.
Check. White. Yeah,
Can't,
white.
we
You can't see the white. Where my toe is.
Okay. I'll take your word.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks,
hang on,
mate.
hang on.
Yeah.
Actually,
What-
no,
what?
stay there. Zoom down and focus. Oh no, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, just not worth it. So that's white. So next to it I had purple, which is a kind of lightish purple.
Purple.
There we go. Boston Metallic.
Coming to a cinema near
Oh
you.
God, he ain't gonna shut up. now.
Purple.
So Boston Metallic.
Oh,
we started
Boston
with.
Metallic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boston
Ye-
Metallic.
Yellow. So that was the
Yellow.
melanine yellow.
Yellow.
And dark green, which
Dark green.
I can't
Oh,
remember who
yes.
said it was
Got it.
disgusting, but
Got
yeah,
it.
it is
Got it.
disgusting. But needed. Right, we've got them all in, mate.
Okay.
Right, let's get in with the thinners. Are we ready for the thinners,
Oh, you
people?
broke my camera. Hang on. Hang on.
Gavin Mural, how dare you suggest brown, Gavin? You'll be banned from the channel if you ever suggest brown.
Yikes.
You
No.
cannot.
No.
Alan says maybe more orange. We might add to it, Alan. I need to see how this pans out, but that's good actually.
No, no brown on this, otherwise
brown.
it's this.
Paul, it's really helpful to have a record of your techniques. Nice. Yes, there is a benefit to live streaming and going through all of this hassle. That is there is a permanent record of it. Right, okay, let's get in with the thinners. We need to move this around. This is where we're going to find out now how long my trigger finger is going to work for. Because I need to get quite a bit on, but it has to still be controlled. So let's go around this. Let's go into the outlying edges. I need this to start moving around. Unfortunately, my other sprayer, which is the one I can just stand there and just let it just go to do whatever it wants, isn't working. They're all been destroyed. So I'm now having to do it manually. So I'm working for my wages today. It may be that I start to have to tease this with thinners out of the can, but that's not how the technique was when I did it originally. So now I've got to try and trust the process. This is good because it's allowing me to sort of figure out where all the paint is and what the paint's doing. And if it isn't going to do what I want, well, I can start and add some more thinners on, which I think I may have to. Okay, well, it's a good job I'm going to rush off. Just need to get everything moving and everything covered. And then we can see where we're at. Then I'm going to start maneuvering paint around. One of the cardinal sins here is putting too much on at this stage, because you put too much on, it runs into itself, it doesn't give you any decent effect. Here's the thing, if you don't put enough on, you can always fill the gaps. No, the office is open, buddy. Nah, I know what Adrian's just talking about. We've got some vape juice bottles. No, let's stick with it for now, because I mean, at least with this covering on, it's going to stop it from drying out. I just don't know how much it's going to start moving, so I need to start and figure that out. What I might have to do on the outlying edges is get a little bit more aggressive, I think. Center is okay. We're looking for things starting to move now, so albeit me doing my due diligence on it now, might mean that we request Heidi to get some quite detailed close-ups to see whether this stuff is starting to move. Now, this is where you guys can really help me, because if you can see it starting to move where I can't, it's going to help me understand what's happening to the paint. I need to get some of these areas flowing and moving. Right, we're just going to shut down corner cam for a second. Gavin saying he uses brown in a lot of his murals. I bet you do. I bet you do, Gav. Well, now we're playing, is it mod or is it art? The game show where the points don't exist and only edges stressed. Thanks very much. William the Texan. Hello, William the Texan. Smudges on the periphery are distracting, to say the least. They won't be there soon, William. I promise you that now. They're all going to get covered up. Gavin, pale yellow. Henry, brown is pretty. Gavin, that's a yucky suggestion. Henry, purple rain. There's not much yellow on. Yeah, I know, funny fox. There wasn't much on the one I did for New York. But it doesn't mean to say that with a lot of these that I'm not going to be. Yeah, let's keep on Rome cam for a second, buddy. Let's see if we can see some of this moving. I can always add into it. You see, there are pockets of yellow, but there wasn't much on the other one. I'm probably going to have to get in with the thinners. Don't worry, we're going to sort the smudges out, William. So there is some movement starting to happen, but not enough. So I need to get a little bit more aggressive now with my thinners. So let's plonk this back on here. That's where Gavin, behave yourself, all right? Beige. Are you going to think every disgusting colour now to try and goad me? No, it's not happening. Right, thinners on my hand, I've got paint everywhere. Okay, this is where the thinners is really going to make and break the painting now. So we're going to take a sharp intake of breath, not lose the plot. Got to play the long game now. Got to play the patience game.
So Gavin now says salmon.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Oh dear. Hilarious. Totes hilaire. Latest title, The Badsy Sea Serpent in the Swarisian Soup. Have you guys been taking drugs or something? Okay, let's get serious for a minute. You come on, mate. Yeah, in fact, you come and entertain the troops while I try and figure out where my next lot of thinners is going.
Coming to a cinema near you, the Badsy Sea Serpent in the Swarisian Soup.
He's been watching too much Netflix.
It's in the name.
Dear Lord. Right, so for those of you who've seen this kind of stuff before, now I've got an itchy nose, sorry. It's all in the patience. I've got to be patient now. Can't rush things. We've got some movement, haven't we? There is some movement. It's starting to come on. So now I have to figure out, yeah, a little bit here and there. Yeah, you just telling me about the bottle I've just been using. Right, I'm going to gently tease some of these edges. See if I can get this to start to move. It's a tense business, this, because it doesn't look like I'm actually doing very much at the moment, but I have to, this is the bit where I'm trying to tempt the paint to move. I need to get it moving. It really is that simple. There's no grand statement here. There's no money shot. This is all about how and where to put the compound, i.e. the thinners, to make it do what I need it to do. So it's not scientific by any means, but I have tried some of this stuff before, just to try and get things to move. We will get movement very, very shortly. I can just stick around, folks. I know what I'm doing. The difference I've got with this one compared to the one we did for the New York job is it's not on a flat surface, because I haven't got any tables or anything big enough to get a completely level surface. So we're playing kind of in unknown territory. I'm having to go with the undulations of the floor, which means this is going to be something unique in its own right. That has pluses and minuses, because there's going to be a point in time I am going to have to walk away from this today, and it'll be in the lap of the gods. And I'm either going to get lucky or I'm not. But that's down to the physics of the floor, and there ain't really much I'm going to be able to do about that, except have a nervous night and see what it looks like in the morning. If it's worked, then that's great. If it hasn't worked, that's a spare one. Unfortunately, I am not in a position of, well, we're talking about shuttering the floor and putting a complete level floor in, but that's a lot of commitment and a lot of time, a lot of effort and a lot of money. Jason W, I just signed into the live stream. I'm going to have to watch this later. I hate when I'm late. Have fun with the rest of the painting. Jason W, thank you so much for joining us and coming on the chat. I think that's the first time we've chatted, isn't it? Big hello, big Suarez hello to Jason, even though he's got to go. Thanks, buddy, for coming on, and always for joining in, and we'll see you later. All right, thanks, buddy. Great. Yeah, can you answer that one, buddy? Because I'm going to start and have a look at what I'm going to do with my scraper.
Hi, Cookie. Yes, we have experimented with medium. I did quite a while ago, and it's the bizarrest thing. What I used was a compound to thicken the paint, and it ended up kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, almost like sort of foam. It was very odd, because the medium that I used to make them thicker just turned it to sort of semi-gloss or even matte. It just sucked all of the gloss out of it, and it looked very strange. the only way I can describe it is a little bit like one of those snakes that you light, those sort of, and they puff out and go around, you know, little, I think they used to call them like table fireworks or something like that. You'd light them and it would produce this sort of black snake that came out of it. It kind of looked like that. These, unfortunately, anything and everything we've ever tried with them just gets eaten alive by the paint. It doesn't like, there are very few compounds that this paint likes, and putting medium into it is not one of them.
Right, not much to say now. I just need to switch off and concentrate for a bit, folks, so forgive me for that while I try and get this figured out.
Hi Paula. Auto leveling, yeah, we have the same thing. Self-leveling cement. There are some that are supposedly flexible, but they're not. The second you go to stretch one of these, it will literally tear apart and you'll have huge cracks in it. K9 Hannibal, oh my gosh, I almost missed this. It's wonderful. Sorry I'm late. No problem. You're here now. That's what counts. Gavin, I love your live stream, guys. Makes me very emotional. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Oh, Sandy's late as well. I'm awfully late, but I will catch up because that is spectacular. Yeah, it's pretty big too. What did you say it was?
5.4 meters, mate.
5.4 meters, which worked out at about 17 feet 7.
So I'm just at a point now where I'm just trying to switch off a second, guys. So if anything juicy comes through, AD will talk to you for a minute. I need to just figure some stuff out.
Hi Cookie, yeah, you could use sand or sawdust. Again, yeah, sand. We have done some with sort of like a silica substrate, but it just, the varnish gets completely sucked out of the paints. It's quite bizarre. Not sure about sawdust, never thought about sawdust, but again, it just, it dries everything completely. And what we need is those chemicals to keep it more sort of fluid and at least to have a sort of a glossy type texture. It's a really tricky one. I'm sure we'll try and pick Rob's brains and see if he can come up with something, but any time that you put a substrate into it, the second we go to stretch it, it will just crack. Got to remember that most, if you're doing an acrylic paint, normally you've pre-stretched the canvas, you're putting the acrylic on, you're putting your mediums in, so on and so forth. It doesn't matter. There's no way on this planet we can stretch these prior and put it on. The paint's so heavy that it just sinks, just sags, and it will pull down the canvas. Very, very tricky.
So, that's why Lady was chatting to you. I'm going to pop out and see AD in just a minute because I need to discuss something with him, which I'm just going to do offline in a minute, folks. Just want to finish this wave. Just needs a lot of work at the moment, but that's fine. I know we're going to have to be putting more paint on shortly, so time to put the kettle on. Who's that? You're welcome, mate. Come and have a look. We'll introduce you to everybody. I know where you live. Okay, let's take a breather for a sec. I just need to pop out and speak to Adi. Can you cut my mic, mate? There was something technical I needed to chat to Adi about. Right, back in the room. All good. Right, okay, it's probably no bad thing that I walked away from that just for a moment. Let's have a look at your comments. Looks stunning, says Alan. Thank you very much, Henry. Starting to look more aquatic. Thank you. Yeah, I want to try and get the aquatic feeling in there of water. Definitely, I think I'm going to have to pop more blue in though. Love textured painting, says Henry. Funny Fox, stunning piece. Thank you very much. Fascinating to see the process of creating. Thank you, Paula. Wondering what we're doing. We just need to have a conversation that I didn't want it to be part of the broadcast. Nothing sinister, but I needed to discuss something about this with him, and I wanted to just to have that as a private conversation. You should include some human shapes into your art, like a silhouette of a face or something. Well, then it's not abstract. So, no, it's not for me, Cookie Monster, sorry. Completely take on your point, but that's not something that holds any interest for me, I'm afraid. Sorry about that, to disappoint you. So I won't be doing that anytime soon. Lighter turquoise blue across the middle, darker blues. Not sure about this one. Okay. Let's see how you feel about that in a little while, eh? Right, okay, let's get back to thinners. I need to get back to some paint. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some. Let's get some lighter blue in here. Caro, what's Caro saying? I see a Chagall painting with no glasses. It looks so similar. Love it. Thank you very much. 17'7" to Americans. That's right, David. Well done. 17.7 feet. Donna Lehman, this is awesome. Just getting in. I'll catch on replay. Thank you so much, Donna. No problem, Cookie Monster. No, always love the ideas. You know, we can't, not necessarily always all of us resonate with the same thing at the same time. That's the really cool thing about art, isn't it? It does different things to us at all points in the in time. So you know, I like that. That's exactly how it should be. Right. So far so good. We are managing to cover this huge area. Now we've definitely got a different exterior, you know, that sort of band around the outside to what's going on in the middle. So it's time to get busy with the thinners now. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to do a couple of different things now, because I want to try and move some of this paint in the center. So I have to get quite liberal with the center, because I need this to really start moving around. So I'm going to go up the center, Let's get a little bit more aggressive here. Are you okay, buddy? Should we, which camera are we on? Cool, okay. No. Oh, okay. All right, okay. So, while that's doing its thing, that's going to start moving and, you know, walloping around. I need to think about these edges. So I'm trying to encourage the center to kind of move around, move in waves, that kind of thing. I can always go in and cover white spaces. I'm not too worried about that. But I need to think about these edges. And there's woefully too little paint on it. So we're going to wallop around there now. Let's get the Suarez blue out. Come on, you lovely metallic flakes. Here we go. Right, let's get some skadooshes of this going on. Lovely. Beautiful. Now, as this hits thinners, hopefully this should start to create some nice and interesting shapes. Plenty of blue on. Let's just get this done. I did use gloss white, yes. Especially on these outlying edges. Now, I have cut the canvas slightly bigger than maybe I would want it. However, doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to cut it down. Let's get some over in this corner, because obviously we're moving the time lapse in a moment. Lovely. Now start to time to get a volume of paint on. It's all about that gorgeous blue. Let's get it dumped on. I'll start thinking about my accent colours and where those are going to go. And of course, I will give you a look on Rome Cam very shortly. One of those curious nights where I'm attempting something I've not done before, not on this scale anyway, certainly not on a live, but I feel confident enough to just go for it. So that's what we're doing. There's the all-camera shot. Hope you're enjoying that. I think we need more lime as well. I've got to really look at this corner over here. I want to make sure I get plenty on there. I'm trying to monitor what's going on these edges, because I need to bring more paint to the edges and more thinners. Okay, so I'm looking at yellow balance and all that kind of stuff. I've definitely got a line through the middle. So I think I'll be maneuvering paint shortly to try and cover some of that. But we actually now, thankfully, have got some movement starting to begin, which is great. Now, for the client, this is going to be split down into two. So we'll have a through the center. That's some Suarez blue in the middle, so I'm pointing that way. We are going to have it split into two 2.5 meter widths. The extra is what I'm going to need to stretch them around the frames. That's more like it. Come on, let's not be afraid. Lovely. What a blue. Yeah, this is quite blue over here, but that's all right. It's all right. We're moving. Gently adding paint where it needs to go. Dane, what happens when you add paint on top of thinners? Do they react the same? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. The only difference is where the thinners hits the canvas. Of course, we've got, depending on if it's blank canvas underneath, we've got some kind of soak away of it. So it's, and of course, putting paint on, the paint is denser and thicker and heavier than the thinners. So it tends to dollop and push the thinners away, rather than if you've got a dollop of paint to put the thinners on, especially from splashed, it tends to react, have an instant reaction and then make splashes. So you either get dollop or splash, but it does remain the same in terms of the finished output, if that makes sense. Go big or go home, Timothy. Hello, Timothy. How very nice to see you today. Now then, we've got an abundance of all that green in the middle, which is great. I now need to work out, is that enough? Is it not enough? Do I need to put some more in? We need some white in the center, so let's go for some white. Slip and slide from Stanley Kubrick, dive into it, absolutely. Great advice. Deep dive, that's a good one. Henry, thank you for your suggestion. Now, white's going to settle down a bit. You're not really going to see this, but I don't mind actually, and you know why? Because as it's going to form a layer unto itself, which means as the paint starts to go off, we're going to get some quite interesting tonal shifts as the white sinks down. So I don't care where this goes really. Just get it on. It's nice. And then I'm going to move the time lapse over a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So, no, I'll move them. Oh, thank you, Nelson. Gracias. Right. Fantastic strands of white on top. Lovely. Extraordinary. Well, let's hope it remains extraordinary. Okay, so I've got plenty of purple. That's going on. Right, I think time to fill up my thinners bottle, but spray now, because there's certain areas I need to look at. I did say, didn't I, about 20 minutes ago, it was all about the thinners, this. Well, we're adding paint all the time. This is where my layering's starting to appear, although when it's all done, it's all going to look like one layer. So I can be a little bit more, targeted now on where my thinners goes. Coral Reef Rampage, love it. Love it, good titles. Now, I don't want to lose the Piaggio green, that's always quite key here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We need still to go around these outlying edges, because I don't want William to be upset with me with all the smudges. So we're going to move the time-lapse out of the way. Need this really to be all fluid by the time we've finished. It's all about the fluidity. That's the important thing with such a big canvas. It's got to feel like the movement of water because of where it's going. So now I can hopefully be a little bit more targeted. I might end up getting on my hands and knees here and starting to maneuver it around. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to get covered now, aren't I? Oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Come on, you lot. Move. Move. Yeah, I think we're in for I think we're in for a long broadcast here. That's all right. I haven't got to go anywhere, have you? Let's get the fingers in. Come on. Yeah, I'll get those in a minute. I've got them handy, mate. Better. Right, okay. Scraper time. Let's get some of that in. See if we can get this manoeuvred around a little bit. Is there a Cookie Monster? Is there a reason you painted one side all the way to the end and the other side a little? No, I will go to the edges on all of it. That's hopefully what I'm going to start and do now. Just look a little bit more about the finer details of this and try and maneuver and cover all of the canvas. Gently work my way around. Thank you for asking the question. To kind of feel where the paint's going and what it's doing. I'll look at the center in a minute. We're definitely getting some movement, which is good. Always grab light blue and dark blue and start working it towards the edges, that kind of thing. The grout spreader, which is what I've got now, great tool for being able to feel what's going on with the paint. You can see there, look, yeah, now I'm starting to open up some areas. Yeah, nice. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? Lovely. So let's see what movement we can get now. I think this is where things hopefully should start to come alive. Let's see what your opinions will be of me once I've completed this part of the process. So I might go a little bit radio silent now. It's not that I'm ignoring you. Music's on, just need to concentrate for a bit, folks. So here we go. Thanks, Paula. Thanks, Funny Fox. Really appreciate your thought. The comments, Adi just feeding those back to me in my ears. Alan, great question. Do I ever use salt, lemon juice, or alcohol in a painting? No, because this paint will just eat literally everything. And I mean everything. So salt will just get eaten up and look like a gloopy mess. Alcohol, well, I do have a kind of alcohol with it. It's not technically alcohol based, but it's a kind of thing. So it's a good observation. But most things tend to go, don't tend to work too well with this paint. It's a very aggressive medium to work in. Doesn't really play ball. So we do have to be very careful what we do mix with it. We've had the odd fire now and again. Yeah, hence the 2 fire extinguishers in here. Yes, William. I did explain it already. Good job. Well done for noticing. But of course, well, he might be able to read the closed captions. Ooh, Nature's Reflection. Great title, Lynn. Thank you for the suggestion. I think I might have to steal that one. Nicely done. Yeah, sorry, I just giving me some intel in my ear. Yeah, good shout, mate. Yeah. So Cookie Monster, well, I don't exhibit anything. That's not, I never have done. That's not the kind of thing that I do. So it wouldn't be destined to go anywhere except onto the website. However, this is a commissioned painting. I've agreed with the client about what they want for their swimming pool room. So this is the first version of it happening tonight, in the hope that I can do something they really like. If not, we'll be doing it all over again. Part of the way that commissions work. Multiple variations, obviously. It's up to me to get things as right as I can, so I'm not making 10 or 11 of them. So this is the first proper go at doing it. Only got the okay yesterday, so I was determined to have a little go today. So that's what we're kind of doing now. Seeing how things going, see if we can get something reasonable on the first attempt. Yeah, it would look nice above a couch, Cookie Monster. You need a big couch and a lot of friends. Ah, thank you, Cookie Monster. Makes them think like about the Monet water lilies. Well, very nice. What a comparison. I'll take that. I think he would approve if he could have seen it. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to think what the old masters would make of what goes for art these days. Everything from conceptualism to, well, I don't know, every other art form. But yeah, I'd love, it would be nice to know if you could, you know, have dinner with half a dozen masters from olden times and get an iPad out and say, look, what do you reckon of Banksy? What do you reckon of Damien Hirst? What do you reckon to, you know, all this kind of stuff? Would be Jeff Koons. It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Anyway. Hopefully we're trying to keep the aqua theme going. That's the whole point. We're not finished. Hopefully not finished yet. There's a lot still to do. If you are enjoying it, please do give us a nice big thumbs up. That will be awesome, folks. If you haven't done so already. Thank you so much. Just in that concentrate phase at the moment, trying to figure out what's happening with the paint and what I need to do, where it needs to travel, how I need to distribute it, where it's moving. Difficult, such a big piece. It's brave to do it on a live, but you know what we're like by now. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm only probably offering some comments at the moment, so I will try and read some of those shortly. But, don't shout at me for concentrating for a bit. We're definitely getting somewhere now. Lynn, would you put any dots of chrome on there as people swim? That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. We've got dominance of the green at the moment, which I want to try and change. So I'll just deal with this corner. We've got to deal with that runaway greens, too much of it. Oh, yeah, I like the idea of the chrome, actually, because while the paint is so liquid, we might actually start to get that flowing. We might get rivers of chrome in there. There's not going to be any gold on it. I just don't definitely want any gold. But the chrome, actually, that's a nice idea. No, buddy, you'd have to get some wherever it is. Yeah, can do, if you don't mind, mate. Age is just going to go and get me a bottle from the office. We might try the super chrome. The mega chrome. Seeing some really sweet movement in the middle, thanks Paula. It must be nearly done, says Alan. No, not quite. Old Impressionists, I think, would love what you do. Thank you, Dave, that's really kind. Yeah, Paula, it'd be fun to see some Patreon as it cures. Yes, we will show our patrons what's going on with this way before we show anybody else. If we do at all, actually, until it goes in the client's home, so you can go find us on patreon.com/SuarezArt. If you want to go sign up so you can get all the exclusive stuff. It's really cool, actually. We tend to have a much lighter, less produced side of things over for our patrons, which I think they seem to like. Yeah, I think the chrome could work, actually. Good suggestion. It features just a few lines of the darker blue in here. Need a little bit of gravity in one or two places, quite fluid. We're just letting this find its own level. A lot of this is just going to kind of soak away because of the volume of thinners on, but that's good. I might do the same with the white in a moment, which is might be a little bit of a crazy thing to do, but that's kind of the mood that I'm in. But we are definitely getting somewhere. Don't forget, folks, this is a giant piece of canvas. It ain't going to be done in 5 minutes. So this is the, as Alan was saying, it must be nearly finished. Well, these are the bits that make or break it now, Alan, because it can get overworked very, very quickly. Regular viewers will have seen that before. I think it's 80 through the door. We need to finish that off. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Some quite interesting effects still coming out. And of course, the thinners is going to keep on moving. I've got a white piece in the center. I need to deal with that. It's gone kind of the wrong way. So again, yeah. Just see what we can get running through this middle. Still got a volume of paint. There we go. Need to get these moving. They're still liquid because I've thinned them. Come on, Ed. Come on, you can do this. Don't let it beat you. It wants to run away from me all the time and feel it in the paint. It's really having a bit of a fight back tonight. Well, not today. You're mine today, and I'm taking you. Come on. It's definitely challenging, this one. But you don't just do it willy-nilly, do you, when you're at this when you're at this kind of size? It's got to be done properly, otherwise it just doesn't work. I'm liking the way it's going, actually, at the moment. I quite like that foresty green, actually, in the middle. Right, okay, time. Give me a second. Oh, excuse me, getting a more magenta, possibly. Wait, isn't this the 5-minute painting channel? Oh, very good, very good. Right, second, folks. Let's change tools out. Yeah, thanks, Geraldine. Time for art. I think the forest green ties it together. Do you know what? I actually think, and I never thought I'd say this, but actually in this, I think it does, because the guy's pool room, I don't know actually, mate, whether you can, if you've got the PC up, whether you can actually just click on the render. Let's see if we can, would you like to see that? See if you can see the render I've done of what it should look like when it's finished. Let's see if we can get 82 to figure that out on the screen and show you guys, because it might give you a more accurate representation of what I'm trying to do. I think you might get some benefit from that. Gems in the Sea, says Smelly Fox. Thank you very much. That's nice. I like that as a title as well. some more gems now, shall we? It's top level, mate, if you want it. Yeah, yeah. Ah, cool. He's got it, folks. He's going to show you. These are the renders. And he's going to show you what it's going to look like. And he's then got to size it on the screen correctly, so just give him a minute. Let's see if we all get it on the screen, shall we?
Right, guys, bear with me.
Yeah,
Let's see.
you come on and chat to
Let's see if
everybody.
I've got this. Right, I'm going to switch to PC now. No, I haven't. No. No. So,
Do you want me to come and do it?
you can certainly give it a try, buddy.
Give me a second, folks. I said we were in for the long haul, didn't I? Right, I'm back on. Have you got that now? He's going to put this
Right,
up.
I'm going to try again.
80 is awesome.
Here we go. 3,
Here we
2,
go.
1.
Let's have a look.
Yes, there it
you
is.
go.
There
There
it
you go,
is.
folks.
Ah, yeah. There you go. That's the kind of effect we're trying to go for. Now, hopefully Ed will see that in a minute. But yes, that's the effect. That's the pool room. We've mocked up a couple of trees either side.
Yeah, because he was
Twin
talking
panel.
about putting lemon trees in, so I found some lemon trees and put those in. That's what I can do on Photoshop there, folks. So if you take the lemon trees out and the render of the image behind, which is one that I've stretched out, that's the kind of thing we're going for. So we are kind of getting there, slowly and surely. Obviously, you know, nothing's ever the same twice, is it? Of course it isn't. But, you know, same colors, same kind of style. It's all got to be uniquely belonging to the person that it goes to. So similar but not the same is always a good thing. But even similar is a challenge. But actually now, look, I've got the tool. Look what I'm able to do with this now. I mean, things are starting to move. I can really build some movement. These are the waves. Look, I wanted to get movements of waves because of where it's going. The New York one is in an office. It's nowhere near the beach, is it? It looks coral and it looks inviting, like there's the oceans and all that kind of stuff, but you ain't swimming in it. This family are going to be in their pool. This is going to be omnipresent virtually everywhere. So what better way to think of an undersea kingdom or tropical shores than this kind of thing. So actually, with the render that you've just seen, all feedback and comments appreciated, of course, actually what's really super important is this family's got to live with this, and it's got to make them feel part of this water paradise. You know, their home has been renovated sympathetically by a very successful family. They need something to enjoy when they're enjoying the rest of the surroundings they've got. So not only does this kind of thing have to stand on its own merit anyway, it also has to function and work from an aesthetic and an emotional standpoint. And I don't get too much on my high horse about that, because it's all about what's in my head and them enjoying me as a creative person and spending money off the back of it. But as it stands, it's just got to work. Everything's got to work. Pool room title: Driving Miss Daisy. Sorry, Diving Miss Daisy. Oh, sorry, I'm ashamed of myself. Rob, back of the class. Oh dear.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, both Paula and having a laugh and Leon and Funny Fox. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Well done, mate. Yeah. Okay, so using this tool, I'm trying to, as you can see, just trying to open up a few areas just here and there. You know. Did you enjoy looking at the render? Did you like that? Did it work for you? Not work for you? Can you see? Does it give you an insight maybe into what goes on behind the scenes? You know, when we're working with a client, it's all almost very easy to see, isn't it? You know, when I'm just doing this and I slap paint around, you think, oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, lovely, and we all go on with our lives. But actually what I'm trying to do is demystify the stuff that goes behind it, because actually what I need to tell you is there's a lot of work here. You don't take the money I'm charging for this, which remains between me and the client and AD. You can't do that without putting effort and work in, and effort equals reward. So if you put the effort in and you give a client plenty of choice and options and work with them and discuss and talk to them about what they want, then you end up having a client for life, because then they are engaged with what you're doing. They know that you're listening to them. They understand that you are sympathetic to what it is that they're looking for. Even if they don't know, it's your job as the creative to go, okay, well, let's see if we can find out what you want. You know, so it's a many fingered beast, this kind of thing is. And this really is the bit that pulls it all together. And whatever you commit to canvas or whatever material you're working in, it simply has to work, and it has to work brilliantly for them. Otherwise, it all falls apart. And that requires effort, and that requires energy, and it requires a skill set, and it requires treating people like a human being, irrespective of whether they're broke or a billionaire. It makes no difference, and we deal with everybody. This is all about their own personal journey into becoming a part of the Suarez family. And whether you bought a print or a pair of shoes or spent a five-figure sum on an original, you're all equally as important to me. Anyway, that's my little one for this evening, my little jaunt. Renato, hello. Brazil, nice. Cookie says wavy lines work very well. Let's get a few of these out. That's nice. We're just trying to open up a few little areas here and there. Doesn't need a lot. I actually agree that the disgusting green actually doesn't look too bad now. Amazing, isn't it? Well, I think we're almost, we're pretty much getting there now. Is William still here? I don't know if William got his subtitles on or his closed captions. Want to know what William thinks. New to the chat, I believe. William, it's always a pleasure to have you on the chat if you're new. It's always good. Let's tidy these edges up. It is going to be split into two, this one, if it's successful. If it isn't, then the next one will still be split into two. I'm going to give you a look on Roam Cam in a minute. There's 1,000 textures starting to come out in this. Yeah, I actually really like that. That's really starting to come together. My question is do I need to diffuse anything with a little bit of blue somewhere? Do I go, I mean, there's plenty of Suarez blue. It's definitely got that aqua theme. It's definitely got the green because it's going to be facing outside where the garden is. So managing to bring that in. The question is have I done enough to bring that out? Few more yellow dots. Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering about yellow actually. I think I am going to put a few spots of yellow in, and I'm definitely going to go for chrome. Chrome's going to come up shortly. Thanks for doing that, mate. Let's have a few spots here and there. You're right. It needs a little bit of lightning in a few places, so we'll actually just go randomly through the middle. Because these little almost fine skadooches will probably maintain their shape, these little dots. They're going to look like little flowers almost, probably. So they shouldn't delineate and sink too much. Yeah, actually, that was a good suggestion. I'm liking that. Yeah, that's just added a little something there, hasn't it? Might go for a little drop of magenta. No, see, the magenta's moving. The orange I think is just about right, although probably not as strong as I would want. However, let's ask about the lime green. Interesting thing is do I as the Piaggio. That's gone as well, hasn't it? As the Piaggio kind of, I think that needs to go in and just lighten it a bit. And then I just, yeah, just don't think there's enough. Alame is intricate, as in complicated. Yes, always. Yeah. In fact, when I give you a look on Roam Cam very shortly, you're going to see a lot of really interesting effects starting to come in. And we're starting to get blooms coming in. This bloom effect is an interesting thing because it's what the thinners tends to do. And this is largely due to the imperfections in the floor. So you tend to get rivers and valleys of paint starting to move in one areas and in some areas and then not in others. And that's really quite interesting. You're just asking me a question. Well, while you were getting the chrome, I did go around with some Boston. There are a couple of areas I'm not happy with those, so I'm just going to deal with those now. Oh, this is where it starts to get quite tense. Can't wait to see when it's dry. Great to see some yellow painting soon. Underappreciated colour. Don't have enough. Yeah, there isn't really anything yellowy on the site, to be honest with you. That's a good point. I know we are getting into spring now, aren't we? So yeah, it'd be nice to actually celebrate some spring colours. Definitely keep that in mind. It's better. Just blot some of that green away. I just wasn't happy with that green. I'm going to. I sometimes have to blot. This is sometimes what happens. That's better actually. A little bit of excess there. Just get rid of it. I'm really having to think on my feet now. It'll take a week to dry. It'll take 2 weeks to dry probably. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would probably lose some of that anyway, buddy, but because it's about there, which is okay, but I just want to get rid. There's a little bit of excess there. I just wanted to get rid of, but I'm starting to get some loop shapes coming up, which is really nice. Yeah, as Adi was pointing out, then that's roughly where that is going to be my cut line because it is going to be split into two, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, that here, this is my cut line here. But I want to just blot away and bring some of that out. There you go. Look, there's the Piaggio underneath. Let's do that a couple more times. Chrome's going to go on, but it has to be the last point, I think. And then I can leave it because it won't be disturbed then. That's definitely better. Let's just lighten that up a little bit. There's one thing you can definitely do with these paints. You can get rid of it if it's not right. So my thought process now is actually, I might add a few drops of white through these centers because as this starts to find its own level, it's going to drag itself around a little bit. And of course, that's going to lighten things up. So I definitely think I need a few skadooshas of white in here. I might get a little bit hyper now, folks, because this is where I really need to be super accurate on what I'm doing. I can see which way the paint's moving. It's going downhill. Can't help that. Yeah. Okay. Now that white's going to get sucked in, as you can see, it just disappears straight away. But as the paint still moves, it is going to move with it, which is good. It's just going to give a little bit of lightness to a couple of these little break points that we just needed. But look how much that's moving now, considering what we were like. Yes, see. You're right, Cookie. I don't need to retract that statement. It is moving downhill. You're absolutely right. Right, there's a bit of blot needs to happen. this is a real labour of love, this one. White splashes are awesome, thank you. Thank you folks for staying with me. We are, what are we, 1 hour 40 into the broadcast now, mate? Oh yeah, nearly 140. So, I really appreciate you all being here. It means a lot to me. This is always going to be a bit of a long one. That's what she said. And just needs that effort. It's just not something I can just abandon. This is good. Look, the blotting is good. Another technique coming out. Let's just get some kitchen roll. Ed, how many different yellows do you use? Good question. Yeah, so historically, only 2 really. One is a melon yellow. Actually 3. What have the Romans ever done for us? 3 yellows. Yeah, so one is a melon, one is a canary yellow, and the other one is a sunset yellow. They're all from the RAL numbers, which obviously if Rob's still watching, he'll know exactly what that means. But you know, guys who watch regularly, and I use the RAL colour charts for this kind of stuff. So yeah, just the 3 mainly, but that covers kind of most of the populist tonal ranges of the yellow. There are hundreds and hundreds, and if you go to Pantone, there are literally thousands of yellows, but I'm not that clever to know the difference between them. I just stick to the ones that look nice, and over the years, they are the ones, to me, that have always looked the nicest. So I tend to stick with them.
So,
right, blotting is working well.
would you like to know what RAL means, buddy?
Say again?
Would you like to know what RAL means?
I would like to know what RAL means.
So it's German,
Yes.
and it's Reich Ausschuss für.
There we go. We all know something that we didn't know an hour ago. Did you say that online?
I
Where
did.
everyone could hear it.
The RAL colour system originated in Germany in the early 1920s. And the Reich Ausschuss... I'm butchering it.
Yeah.
Ausschuss für Lieferbedingungen und Güter something RAL, which translates to the National Commission for Delivery Terms and Quality Assurance. How's that?
Well, we've all learned something here today, haven't we?
The more you know.
The more you know.
Do 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 do.
Right, the blotting is good. The blotting is uncovering the stuff that's underneath. You can see now why I get on my high horse about, you know, what's underneath. You've got to get to the what's underneath. This is important, isn't it? Well, yeah, the green's got its place. It's still moving, and actually it seems to fit it really well. Got to remember the context of this painting. It's going to be opposite or adjacent to about 30 bifold doors, which of course is going to let lateral light in. There's going to be greenery outside, and I think it's going to echo that really, really well. The only thing I want to do is make sure it's not going to run away with the painting. That's the important thing. Hence now this blot phase, which is going to serve 2 purposes. That was a good one. First one, it's going to act as a dam. So essentially now where I'm creating ripples of paint, it's going to stop the green from moving any further. So it's important for me to identify where the green is. Do I want it to move anymore as the painting settles? Do I want to stop it where it is? So I'm looking now for that ratio of where green is important, but it doesn't overtake things. So I've managed to stop it here in the pink, somewhere around the centre. Managed to do it where the cut line is going to be. That's fine, because it's going to taper off the edges when it joins together. But one coming off here now, we just stopped one over there. So I think I'm going to stop this one here, which is fairly simple to do. We reveal this kind of nice, almost like abstract flower-like pattern underneath, which is great. So actually now, yes, that's much better. From here, I'm kind of stabilizing all of that. We're almost getting this almost gardens and flowers kind of thing going on with these additional colors like the yellows and the oranges and the pink and the purple. But we're still maintaining that movement of water and waves. Actually, this is where the painting comes alive now, because we're dealing with the effects of thinners and movement and physics. and then I'm trying to manipulate those as the painting is settling into something that doesn't move too much more than what it is, which is complicated. It's complicated, is what it is. We'll give you, yeah, we'll do Rome Cam here. We haven't been on Rome Cam for a little while, and I think you're going to be absolutely amazed at how epic this is going to look on Rome Cam. What I need to do before I do that is just make sure that we're not letting the green run away with itself. There's 2 more areas I need to look at. So let me get those done. And then Rome Cam is going to shock you. And it's going to look incredible and awesome. Doesn't really need some more purple, I don't think, Henry. Thank you for that. Dark purple, thank you for your suggestions. Thank you to Cookie Monster for spelling out what RAL means. I had no idea. I just ordered the colours. Right, a couple more blots and then it's Rome Cam time. So stand by for something pretty awesome and pretty epic. Blots are doing well, actually. I'm really pleased with that. Managing to stop some of that green in a few key areas. Not that I want to stop it everywhere, but actually it's got quite a nice depth to it, actually. I didn't quite realise whether I'll call it disgusting. It wouldn't be in my normal palette, but then I'm trying to be sympathetic to where it's going and what kind of client I've got. But actually that is turning into something rather quite special now. Okay, Rome Cam time. Would you like to have a Rome Cam view? Of course you would. Rob saying looking fantastic, must be a level up in terms of pressure doing a commission painting. Yes, Rob. I try and make it look as relaxed as possible, but I will level with you, mate. It's pretty stressful doing this. I've got a commitment of a lot of material cost here, and if I do not get it right, I have wasted it and it has gone, and I don't want to do that for obvious reasons. But so far, it's looking pretty good. Let's go and have a little tour. Right, well, we started with the blank canvas, didn't we? All those weeks and months ago. That's what it feels like now. And now we've got this gorgeous melee of these fantastic coloured fusion pieces, all kind of morphing together. We've got everything kind of twirling and twisting around. We've gone through the centre, we've worked the edges. It's been a real marathon, hasn't it? But I think really now we want to start and have a look at what some of these amazing paints are doing. So how about I just kind of shut up now and just let you marvel in just how beautiful this looks. Just letting the images hopefully do this all justice. This is what it's about. You can only see so much on the other cameras, but this is where it really pops. All these delicate, intricate, complex shapes born out of laws of nature. Wherever you stand on the art spectrum about what we like and don't like, you have to kind of sit and marvel in wonder at the effects that are going on here and being created as we speak. And I'm simply the manipulator. But Mother Nature is the true creator. Some of these images, hopefully you'll be enjoying. Chrome's going to be the last thing to go on, but I want to want to show you how things are progressing. Let's go around the other side now. You can see how the green now has just pulled the green back a little bit. So these lovely swirls going on over here. You see what I was just doing on the other side. These little pockets kind of appearing, which is really nice. Let's go down and have a look at some more details. I think we're getting somewhere near to what we proposed on the renders, which you've seen earlier. Yeah, Paul, I agree with you. I think it needed that green. And it just needs tailoring back a little bit. It's always you go in with any more blue, but you know, I think the balance is quite right now between it all. It feels almost very floral in some respects. Talking of green, actually, when it's hitting that lime and the blue, getting some really nice effects. It'll get one last spray of thinners just to bring out some of the textures now that it's starting to cure a little bit. There's a fish. Yeah, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? 17, nearly 18 feet of canvas in an hour and 20 minutes, in an hour and 45 minutes. It's not too shabby, is it? And we've got something moving, full of life, full of natural things, full of movement, full of waves. I think that's pretty ideal for a pool area with some lemon trees either side. So that's Rome Cam look. Right. Okay, let's have your feedback on that, folks. Nick Franklin, hello Nick. How lovely to see you on the chat. Welcome aboard. Thanks, folks. Nick of Monet water lilies. Well, I'm deeply flattered by that, buddy. Thank you so much. Henry, you want to get to see it on its destination when finished? If the client will allow us and they like it, then yes, we will show that. But that's some way down the line, Henry. But thank you for asking that. Purple could make it too heavy at this point. Yeah, there won't be any more purple going on, I do agree. I love how light it is, thank you very much. I mean, there's quite a lot of deep colour on there, but actually it does feel kind of light. I know what you mean by that. Alan says your client will love it. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed, Alan, for that, thank you. Lynn says nice. Nebula from Henry. Marvellous says Dana. Green really works. All their work's a treat, what a marvel. Thank you, Funny Fox. Cookie Monster, it's a work of art you can drown in. Well, I wouldn't want to drown, but I do know exactly what you mean. Paul, I think it should be called Water Lilies, as a nod to the Monet it reminds us of. I'm just spitballing. Paul is perfect pool painting. Well, I'll take any major credit card and wrap it up for you. How's that? Oh dear. Henry, the dark green gives it a good contrast to the softer parts. Thank you, Henry. That's a nice observation, and I do agree. Albeit it wouldn't be a colour I would choose to use normally. I think for this one it's actually worked pretty well, and I'm happy with that. I don't think I need to blot anywhere else before I put the chrome on. And you're right, those pockets are quite nice, and they give a kind of depth. You know, I don't know outside the house whether they have any substantial trees or anything like that, greenery, but I know where it is. Are you still on the line, mate? Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear anything in my ears. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, so anyway, thank you for your feedback. Will we get to see in its final destination? Yeah, eventually on social media, you will, Henry, but that's some way down the line. This is assuming that they like it, of course. I mean, they might not. might say it's too busy or too green, or who knows. In which case, I'll cut it up. Let's just stop my time lapse there. So let's go for some silver then. Let's get some love for the chrome. The chrome's going on. Don't know whether this is success or failure, but it's going to go on. Shall we pop the silver on there? The chrome, the really expensive chrome with the Roam cam. Chrome on the Roam. Shall we do it, mate? I'll go around the other side. Chrome on the Roam. Let's see if I can actually do this with my two hands. Yes, because... Right, so I need to take the lid off then, don't I? Oh, it's a child-proof lid, so that means you'll have to come and do it. Oh no, I've got it off actually. He knows what I'm like with child-proof lids. Right, okay, Roam cam, here we go. Here we go. So I'm just going to just kind of generously... Oh yeah. Nice. Let's have a look at how successful that was. Oh yeah, you're going to get those little... Ooh, that's nice. Dead nice. Oh yeah, good idea. Ooh, that's just popping. I don't know if you can see those. These are going to... These... I'm sorry. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, look. It's difficult to show you. That's really nice actually. That's just like this little, almost like sea foam, you know, where you get yeah, I can't really describe it. And of course most of them are in the middle, so now I can't show you. I don't know if you can see that as so difficult to see. But they look really, here we go, look, there you go. There's me in this corner. In the reflection. Yeah, so you're right. Who mentioned that? I can't remember. Own up, because you've just made the painting look. Was it Lynn? I think it might be Lynn. Yeah, that's cool. And you've got these little spots, these little waves of chrome just going across the centre. How cool is that?
Now, Henry did say about rivers of chrome, but unfortunately, the tiny little bottle that we've got that's hideously expensive, yeah, what I put in there was ridiculous amounts monetary-wise, and it was about an eighth of a bottle. So to put rivers in would probably cost about the same as having one dug into your back garden.
Well, I'm going to put the lid on that very carefully. There we go. Right. Well, let's have a look at the chrome blobs this end. Yeah, because there's a couple here. Look. Can you see? Look, there's the camera in it. Awesome. And there's another one. Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Yeah, and they stay like that. Well, goodness me, folks. Haven't we been on a journey? Look at that. I can see lovely magenta. I can see lovely orange. It's quite subtle. It's funny, folks said it feels light, actually, like in its weight. It feels nice. Almost impressionistic in its delivery, but we've got 15 colours on. We've put 16 with the chrome. We've done it all in one broadcast, the largest ever single painting I've done on a live stream. And I am hopeful that the client is absolutely going to love that. Oh, yeah, I won't trip over, don't worry. Film from the other side, the lights reflect. I am trying, but the lights tend to reflect everywhere, Cookie. It's such a difficult thing. Well, there we are. If I just scout with me behind, look, if I... Can I see anything difficult? Difficult. Look, you can see some of these kind of waves and wisps. So I quite like it from this way, actually. It's like sort of trees growing. The only thing that's bothering me is that. It's all I keep looking at, so I might have to do something with that. Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. Chrome is incredible. Thank you very much. Could create a lovely effect, says Lynn. Sly Robo, hello. What a fascinating painting. Love it. Being inspired to work on a painting tonight. Awesome. Thank you. Well, let's hope they do love it. I mean, you know, it is my job. It's my day job. It's what I'm supposed to do. So I hope I'm getting somewhere near. But I'm just worried about that. That's moving. Although it might look a little bit like the NASA photo of the Pillars of Creation, that's not what I want on this occasion. That's got to be blotted. Have we got enough left to blot without it causing a problem? Yes is the answer. There you go. That's what I wanted. That's nice. Now we've got some flowers going. Much better. That'll settle itself down. Yeah, I was just a little bit concerned it was getting too heavy in that center. And of course, this analysis kind of keep walking around and looking at it phase it's a tricky one. Yeah, you can win or lose with this, but actually that's better luck because we've just opened that up. I might do a couple of those random blocks again, perhaps when we're off air. But I think for now, my lovely friends, we've been amazed by what's been happening on a blank canvas in the space of just under 2 hours. I think, dare I say it, we're done. What do you reckon? I reckon we're done. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, there you go. Nearly 18 feet of abstract artwork in 2 hours done. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you for all of your feedback and your lovely comments. I'm going to stay around for half an hour and titivate, and there's a few little areas I just want to dig the fingers in just to spread it around a little bit. So there is an amount of work to be done. It's going to be a late one here tonight, but it's the nature of the game. You don't do this kind of thing every day. You certainly don't get the opportunity to put it in a giant pool room every day, so it needs the attention. But I think you'll agree, we got something pretty cool. Tends to work on all levels. It works far away with all these wonderful masses, and as you get close to it, it really reveals a completely different personality. Thank you, Alan. Been a great viewing. Thank you very much. Well done, says Paula. Splendid from Linda. Well, save some money. Chrome dots and noise. Thank you, Henry. Rob says great job. Lynn, I hope they love it. Obviously loving your green. Thank you so much, folks. Your comments are absolutely wonderful. We really appreciate it. Thank you for coming back after a fortnight because we've been off air. Guess what? We're going to be doing the same again next week. So I really, really hope you can join us. Crazy things going on again. Who knows? If they don't like this, we'll be doing another one. I don't know. But I hope there'll be some chrome dots on that as well. Anyway, to find out, you've got to tune in. Look out for the broadcast on the YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, and I'm sure you are already, but please do hit the big red button. It's super, super important. And click on your bell icon, because half an hour before we're on, you'll get notified of that as well. Cool stuff coming up on the channel soon, including videos from the Suarez Academy. That's suarezart.academy. Go check it out, because we're offering some amazing things to artists who want to run prosperous businesses. That's right, we never stop here. It's a 24/7 obsession, as it is with you guys who are still here 2 hours later. Unbelievable. And on that impressive segue, we're going to say a very, very warm good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around. We hope you've enjoyed this. We'll be sharing this with our patrons at some other point in time. If you want to get on board with that, it's patreon.com/SuarezArt. If you're watching on catch up, you can see those links down below. Please do go check them out, guys. Thank you very much to Adi for pressing all the buttons and giving us some really good visuals and coming on the line when I've been concentrating this evening. Thank you to him as well. Another successful broadcast. We hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. We'll definitely update you when and eventually the client does get something on their pool room wall. We'll share it with you. Don't worry about that. Just remains for me to say, please, wherever you are, stay well, safe and healthy. In the next 7 days, we want you right back here at 7:30 p.m. That's GMT, London time, 1 week from now, which I believe is the 5th of March. Where on earth does the time go? Thank you so much for watching, folks. We're going to leave you with 2 minutes worth of impressive stuff that we do here at Suarez HQ over the years. If you haven't seen that now, check out the music, because we did the music as well, and all of the visuals. This is what we do here. We make amazing things every day of the week. We bring colour into a grey world. Think about that when you go to sleep tonight. Thank you so much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.